Hello. You know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna explain it shortly. I'm going to take you with on my reading for this month. I don't know if it's gonna be a long video. If it's gonna be a long, like hour-long video, I'm gonna split it up. If it's half an hour by the half of the month, I'm going to make it two videos. One that ends this week and one that ends like at the end of this month. Um, But yeah, it doesn't really matter for me yet because I am starting to edit as I go. So let me catch you up on my reading. You can watch my wrap up slash TBR if you want to know the exact books I'm gonna be reading, like for sure. I'm quickly just gonna go over the names. I'm not gonna talk about them. You can either go to Goodreads or you can just click down below on uh, the description box for the TBR video and wrap up that I've posted. So, Welcome to Dead House is my current reads are Welcome to Dead House, which is Goosebumps right here, and then A Curse so Dark and Lonely, which is a library loan. Then I have Rebecca, which I haven't started these. Rebecca, which is a buddy read with Nicole, Koda, and Jamie on Dusty Book Sniffer's Book Nook. And then Done and Dusted, which is host a book. Why is my brain giving me error? Which is a buddy read on the Host for Pros Book Club Discord. Wow, that wasn't that hard to say. It shouldn't have been that hard to say, rather. So yeah, that. So for Rebecca, I have the audio. Done and Dusted is gonna be EPUB. And the rest of the books that I'm currently reading are also all online books, but not audiobooks. I don't know if I'm gonna be reading other books. I might, because I only have. Well, I'm finishing Goosebumps when? Tomorrow? The next day? After tomorrow? I still have around 110 pages to read. So if I read 50 more pages, which is a lot, but if I read 50 more pages tonight, and 50 more pages, 60 more pages tomorrow, I might get done with that in 2 days. Otherwise, it's going to be over 3 days. A Curse of Dark and Lonely, I don't know when I'm going to finish that. Whenever I'm feeling like it, I think is kind of the message there. Rebecca is going to be Wednesday on Nicole Springs, and Done and Dusted is going to be during Smatella, which is the time for Coachella. The Host for Pros have a cowboy romance themed read-along, happening. So yeah, that's that. That is my update. We'll see what I can get done tonight. It's already 6 p.m. So I hope I can get more done, but I don't know because I also need to edit this short clip. Yeah, we'll see. Bye. Okay, so welcome to my little first update. I'm totally not in the middle of the screen, and it's triggering me. It's the other way. Why is my camera so weird today? Does this work? This works better. Okay, so now that I'm in the middle of the camera and I'm not being triggered, I just started this book like 10 minutes ago. I'm already at page 34, so it reads pretty fast. I love the illustrations that are in the book. And you know how I was saying that the letters felt a little bit weird when the book was so small? Yes, they do. Still feel like that. But to me now, I know that these letters are going to be in here. And to me, it's kind of like, because 57 is the next part of the book. So I read halfway, and it's kind of, to me, a checkup point from the author, from Rupi Kaur, and basically she's telling her story. Here, she's telling the story through poems at first, and now she's really telling us, like, I went to this therapy session, and then she kind of poetically describes how, the therapy session went and what she learned from that session. And I think that was really empowering to me And now I can definitely see the kind of purpose for them. Also, you can see I've been tabbing the book. So I'm only 34 pages in and I already have 4 markings. So 4 poems that I really liked, that I want to keep for this. I did the same with Whitney, but I did not because that was a paperback. When I put this against the wall, this is not gonna like bend. With that one it did, so I had to like move them inside the book. I love that I can do that with this and still place it against the wall, like so, and then not being bothered by it, okay? So I'm gonna keep reading. I'm gonna move over to my bed, so the next update will probably be from my bed because I won't be coming here just to film an update. That's like 2 minutes. Yeah, I do. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna recommend this yet because last time I apparently rated it 2-star. Maybe I just thought too much of home. But yeah, that's my current update. I'm only like, I'm not that far in, is basically what I'm saying, but I'm already liking it much better than I first was. So yeah, that's exciting. Well, not exciting, that's lovely. And I'll see you guys when I'm in the next chapter or when I finish 2. Because I'm trying to finish at least up until here, which is the start of the 3rd chapter. I want to get through the 2nd chapter, which is near halfway. Yeah, so that's my little update, what I'm going to be doing. Hello everybody, so I'm currently watching Sprint, so I need to make this pretty fast. I read a bit more of The Sun and Her Flowers. I ate dinner, I did the things you need to do basically. So I'm now 68 pages in, which is this far, and it is another letter. So here's my thing. I like the letters, but I think they're too often. Like, we're only 70 pages in the book, and we already have 3 letters. Like, if I were to read this, we're 7, and it's a big one as well. So, like, we have 4 pages that is just this letter and nothing else. And I think that is too much for a book that only had 70 pages. Already 2 times 3, so 6 pages were already used for letters, like full-on letters. And I'm like, I like them, but I also don't like them that much that you need to put them in like every single time. 2 times a chapter. So yeah. Hello guys, so don't mind me laying in my bed. I've just finished the 2nd part of The Sun and Her Flowers. Well, yeah, I finished the 2nd part. Not gonna lie, I skimmed over the letters. Like, getting comfortable while filming, like, it's a thing. So, I finished the 2nd one. I skimmed over the letters because I was like, and that for it, by the way, for people wanting a reference. What's the best with that way? So, I skimmed over the letters and I was like, if I really want to read the letters, I can read them after I finish the book. I can like selective read the book and reread some of my, like these 2 pages I annotated because I was like, yes, I love this. And I'm not doing like, I write my notes in the book. I am just annotating. Like, that's about as far as I go. Well, I mean, because I was that angry, I wrote with pencil. People outside, I swear, how are they so loud when I start filming and are so quiet when I'm reading? Anyway, so in like Kingdom of the Curse, the 2nd book in the Kingdom of the Wicked series, I do annotate because of my anger with pencil, but that's about as far as I go, unless you count the book I needed to read for school, and I annotated that with like markers and stuff like that. Never again will you see me annotate. This is as far as I'm gonna go, unless I'm enraged with the book. People outside, what the hell? So, what am I gonna be reading? What am I gonna be reading? I don't know. I don't want Goosebumps. Well, I do want Goosebumps, but I don't want to read Goosebumps. I want something like horror that's like a novella. So I'm gonna look for a novella horror. I don't want to restart Kingdom of the Curse because it's a big book. I don't know if I want that. I want a physical book, but I don't have horror in physical books. The most amount of horror-esque, what the heck just fell, is about this, which is war. So was that's like the most horrid a book is gonna get, unless I get an online horror book. Problems when you don't want to buy physical copies because you have no bookshelf. So I'm gonna try to get, because I'm replacing my 2 shelves. Well, they're like not shelves. They're case. Wow, closets. One is like a drawer closet, and the other one is like a proper opening closet. And we're gonna get one continuous one because I don't use my TV, and if I want to, watch something, I'll do like how you are now sitting on my laptop. I'll just put my laptop there, and I can just, snuggle up in bed and look that way for 1 meter away instead of 2.5 meters away. That way, it's whatever. I usually use my laptop as well, so it doesn't really matter to me. I'm not gonna read this at all because it's good, but I don't want to overdo myself and try to read poetry in one day because I need to read poetry slower. I feel like that is where it was going wrong. I was trying to read so much and then came up a letter, I stopped and I had to restart all the way. And now I'm doing it in 2 days and I'm enjoying it much more. So you need to pace yourself with how you read this book. If you want to read it in 1 day, you can. I don't recommend it for ultimate enjoyment. I recommend like 2 to 3 days. But yeah, that's that book. I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna clip that because the next book I'm gonna read, I'm probably gonna just keep going in Goosebumps. Welcome to Dead House, because why not? But I'm just gonna clip that, and I'm just gonna put like a clip of the cover in because. Okay, so it's currently 2:30 p.m. On the 7th of April. I'm currently reading ACOTAR. I'm currently reading The Sun and Her Flowers. What am I currently reading as well? Because I know there's one more thing. Oh, Welcome to Dead House. So, The Sun and Her Flowers, let me take that real quick behind your head. The last part I didn't enjoy. It was about immigrants and their mother being an immigrant. And I don't mind that. Like, I love that you're representing the immigrant community. But poetry is supposed to be something that relates to you. And I think if this whole chapter, all of these poems were kind of spread, like this whole chapter was about being an immigrant child. If that was spread out in the story, well, not in the story, in the poetry book itself, and not just one thick piece of I'm an immigrant, but just sprinkled throughout the story, like I'm an immigrant, I came out of my immigrant mother's. I think that would have been better than to clump it all up in this part and talk about it in this part only. Not this part in front, but only in that part. So that's why I think it wasn't as digestible as someone who isn't an immigrant and who needs to relate to poetry, to want to read poetry. I think this just doesn't do it for me, that part. I'm going to try the next part. I'm going to update as well where I'm at because I forgot to do that and I've just seen that. So I'm currently at 153 pages of the book, and we're going to see how much that is. That's 60% through the book. So it's okay, but nah. Now is the dilemma. Do I want to listen to Court of Thorns and Roses? I'm currently thinking maybe Enemies to Lovers with Tamlin. Although there's some current controversy around him, I feel, on like Book Talk. I got off of Book Talk. I'm off of TikTok. Deleted my account, deleted TikTok off of my phone. Not coming back as well. But I have this book, which is a literary fiction that is entailing romance as well. So I'm gonna see what I'm gonna read, because I'm currently reading Welcome to Dead House, Goosebumps. I need to read in that. Well, not need to read in that, but I want to read in that. I could also keep that for next week, or this week if I'm feeling, like next week. We're currently Sunday, so in 2 weeks. But we'll see about that. I'm also reading those 2 books then. I might just start this. I might just start this. See what I think about it. I want to see what the closest chapter to 50 pages is. Well, if I read around 5 chapters, I would be this far into the book. I would be 50 pages into the book. And I think that's my goal for today. I have somewhere around here the little tab, so I'm going to tap this chapter, try to read up until here in as much as one go as I, like, if I start a book, I need to take my time starting the book, like, with Avatar as well. Before, I would read, like, half a chapter and physically read it, and then stop because I didn't have enough time, and now I've taken time with the audiobook, listened to the first 3.5 hours, not continuous, semi-continuous on sprints, and I'm now enjoying it much more. I'm at chapter 10. So, if I don't like this part of the book, I can DNF it if I really want to DNF the book, and we'll go from there, right? That's kind of my thought process on that. So, I'm gonna go now, do my things, because somebody who's sprinting, which is Pam, but what's her channel called? Pam's Shenanigans is currently sprinting, and the sprint is about to be over. So I'm gonna leave y'all with that in mind, and we're gonna see how much I can get done today. Okay, so I've been pretty stressed about my calendar these days because today, wow, I need to finish so many things. I need to make a calendar. I need to listen to Avatar. I need to listen to Rebecca, Rebecca is right here. I need to finish a poetry book called Someone in the Dark by Kimi Freeman. It's a NetGalley book. I need to read at least finish chapter 1 and read chapter 2 of As Long as the Lemon Trees Grow. And I need to finish the last part of The Sun and Her Flowers by Ruby Kaur, which is also a poetry book. So, that was my little update for right now. I'm going to listen to Avatar meanwhile making the little calendar for Dusty Book Sniffers, which is Nicole and Koda's like Betty Reads thing going on. I joined in actually because of Rebecca, because they were talking about Rebecca, and I was like, oh, I have that on my TBR, can I join in? So I asked Jamie was like, yes, you can join, here's the Discord. I got the Discord, I'm in the Discord now. They're planning on doing much more read-alongs of the series. What they're doing currently is Harry Potter. Then they're going to go to, I think, Green Rider or Outlander next. Let me look in the message Koda sent in the little group chat. Yeah, Green Rider is the next up book. Yeah, so I need to finish that. They've apparently already put the breakdowns in, so I just need to listen to Avatar meanwhile, because it's like, they put like, till chapter this, till chapter that, till chapter that. So I just write Harry Potter, then I write Green Rider, and I'm gonna color code them, so I'm gonna have like, because they're little bars that I put on them with colors, and then I put the text on top, I am going to just place a little demographic on the top being like, this color's this color's this color's that, and that's it. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna share that in the Discord probably somewhere tomorrow if I get Nicole, Koda. Yeah, those are the only 2 permission I need for that. So it's gonna be a whole thing today. It's, wow, it's it's not like I'm feeling down, but I'm feeling stressed a little bit, just a little bit, because I have loads of books that I need to do to get myself in front of what I actually need to read for my Goodreads challenge, because I just deleted the DNFs that were under. So I forgot to say that under 50% I don't count DNS. Above 50% I mark them as read on Goodreads. Because I was like, oh, I'm not on track with my Goodreads. I finished 2 books this month and I'm on track. So I don't need to worry about counting DNFs anymore because finished 1 book today, finish another poetry book today, probably finish Akatar tomorrow, finish Rebecca the next day after that, then read As Long as Lemon Trees Grow. I have loads of books that I can read and that I'm like scheduled to read. Done and Dusted, I forgot. Done and Dusted is next week. No, this week, Sunday. I start that. So, you know, it's gonna be a whole thing. It's gonna be reading, and making that calendar. So that's my little update. I think I'm gonna now edit as well. Okay, so I just edited the first few parts of my video. So I now know that with the other 11 minutes of a video, this is gonna come out tomorrow or today, like tonight, because I have 11 minutes to film and to finish editing in this, which is the reading wrap up for like this part of the vlog. So I finished The Sun and Her Flowers, which makes me 1 book ahead of schedule. I'm currently at a 4-star, and I'm gonna post that. So it's now on my Goodreads, which is linked down below. So I have The Sun and Her Flowers. Let me go to my Goodreads goal real quick, just to see some now in books into the challenge. Here we are. So The Sun and Her Flowers is my 9th book. It was a 4-star. There was actually only 1 part of this book that I did not enjoy, and that was because it was so heavy on being an immigrant, as I said, that it to me felt a little bit dragged on. Like, I don't mind reading about that, and I loved some of the poems, but I skimmed read that whole chapter because I was like, if this whole book had like every 3-4 pages 1 poem about being an immigrant, this book would have been the same length and it would have been more digestible, that chapter. So that's basically what gives it a 4-star. Also, I did not read the letters because I kind of thought they were not my type of poetry writing that I like to read. So I skimmed over the letters as well. As you can see, I posted quite a few tabs. Here they are quite scarce, but right here and right here I posted quite a few. I don't know which of these like tabs, as you can see they come up quite a bit, which of these tabs is my favorite of like, I don't know what my favorite poem is. They basically, all the tabs are my favorite poems. So then what else did I finish this vlog? So obviously we have Foul Play, which is a DNF. A Curse of Dark and Lonely, I DNF'd. I did not say that in any of the updates, but I DNF'd that. I did not DNF. I had to push through Godkiller, so that was a 3-star. I finished Welcome to Dead House yesterday or the day before, which actually, it was a 5-star. Normally I hate open endings, but this was a kind of open ending that I liked, that was still ominous, but that was not so like scary. Like, Who Haunts You? God, that ending, I was like shooked. I just sat still and I was like, how can I move on? And I just sat there for literal hours thinking about that ending because it was so beautifully written that it was so like, what? This is the ending of that book? And I really liked that. So that was kind of like, nah, I don't like that much, but this was the perfect amount that I needed it to be open to still enjoy it. I can now mark The Sun and Her Flowers 2, 5, 7, mark all of these as green. So in total this month, I tried to read, well, in total so far this month, I tried to read 5 books already that I've finished, of which 2 were DNF. So I finished 3 books in the first 8 days of this month. I have finished 3 books. Who am I? who am I? I'm flying through these books. So I'm probably now going to go in editing mode. So not ACOTAR yet. I'm going to keep ACOTAR for quite late. I'm still thinking enemies to lovers with Tamlin. Yes, there's controversy. As I said, so I don't know. But yeah, we'll see about that. Then I'm reading... First, I'm reading As Long as Lemon Trees Grow. I'm trying to finish that chapter before, let me set a goal. Let's say before 6 p.m. I want to finish at least that chapter and reading other books. Without reading other books, like, it's currently 18, so let's say 4 p.m. if I don't read other books. So, then I have Rebecca and Done and Dusted as need to read. But I'm going to keep them for tomorrow Rebecca, Wednesday Rebecca, and start Done and Dusted a little bit earlier than Smatella. Because I know that I'm not going to be finishing this. I know that I'm going to be finishing today Someone Else in the Dark, which is the NetGalley book. And ACOTAR is going to be quite fast as well. So that was my last update before we start the next part of this vlog, which is going to be up either in 2 weeks or at the end of this month, because we're 1 week into 2 weeks into the month, and I already have, like, the vlog currently is sitting at 12 minutes, and I need to edit another 11 minutes into that. So yeah, we're gonna see about that and how fast we can get that done. Thank you for watching. Up here is gonna be a video that YouTube recommends, and right here you can click on my profile, and that will take you to my profile, of course, and there you can go to my other videos, or you can choose to just subscribe to my channel if you like these kinds of bookish videos. I'm planning on making a writing video as well, but that will be kind of in between my other videos. So that being said, I hope you have a wonderful day, night, afternoon, whatever it is for you, and I will see you guys soon.